Trevor, a lot of people are asking us, what's Trevor Sinclair's take on this? What happened with Erling Haaland last night post-match? For those who don't know, the match officials, of course, like everybody else, came off the pitch at the end of the game. And then we saw one of the match officials, and you'll have seen this, Trev, lining up beside Erling Haaland and saying, would you mind signing this? I think it was his yellow card that he got him to sign. And he asked Haaland, quite unashamedly, would you sign this? Yeah. And he got Haaland's autograph. Now, many people are saying, what's your take on this? Some think it was totally unprofessional. Some think, take the opportunity while you've got it. And this match official did. Game over, he got his autograph. Is it a big deal?
It's not a big deal, but a big deal is being made of it. I think for me, we don't know the backstory. If he's autograph hunting and just getting an autograph for his own collection, I think that's poor. I think if maybe he's come across somebody who's unwell or it's for charity and he's just taking the opportunity, I think you can cut him a little bit of slack. But I think UEFA, it's a problem for UEFA because they might look at that and think he's getting too familiar with these stars, a little bit starstruck, and that might start affecting the decisions that he makes. So yeah, it's a tricky one, but again, I wouldn't make too much of it myself.
You would let this go. What about? I can tell by the look in your face you're not having it.
I have to say that is a very good set of points that Trevor advances. Nuance, not binary, because we live in a world where you're either for something or against it. And what Trevor did was qualify it, because ultimately, on a prima facie, it does look unprofessional. It does look starstruck. It does look like you're sort of compromising your position of being in authority by curtailing to a player and bending over to want an autograph. But of course, if there's a flip side to it, which is basically, as Trevor says, that someone wanted this kid's autograph and it would be raffled for charity for some sick child, you'd say, well, hang on a second, does it really matter that someone asked for an autograph? I don't think it's a great look. No. I think, unfortunately, in this world, you need to have an authority over players, and by asking for their autographs, as an official, you kind of put yourself in a situation where you're a little bit of a starstruck fan.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think it's a great look. I don't think it's necessary to make a big furore about it. I think it's something and nothing. But then you look at the integrity of the sport, and people will make the argument that if you are, like Trevor's just advanced, as part of a very reasoned set of views, that you are compromised, you could be compromised by your admiration of a player. Because that's why you ask for autographs. You don't ask for autographs typically because you don't admire somebody. You ask them because you do, and could that compromise your objectivity? And therein starts to bring the game into disrepute. It's a better look for them not to do it, I think.
Well, you've got to think, Erling Haaland at the age of 20 is going to be around for a long time. Yeah. This match official last night gets big games. So you've got to think, somewhere along the line, sometime soon, that same match official will be working on a game that Haaland is playing in.
Exactly.
Will it affect his judgment?
Well, this is what Simon both of us have just alluded to, and it could compromise his professionalism with his decisions. Because if he's got fondness for this player who's given him an autograph, who's raised some money for a sick child or whatever it may be, or for himself, for his own collection, it can be brought into question. So, yeah, it's not a good look. I think
or it could be even worse than that. He could be a ghastly, avaricious individual that's got an autograph collection and he's profiting out of himself.
Oh.
Now, there is absolutely nothing that would suggest that has happened.
I don't know, Jim.
But you have
we can build a narrative up, can't we? You can go... Breaking news!
What we do know, Simon, is one of the newspapers covered it. I think it was Paul Walton, the former referee, said this in the Times this morning. So Paul Walton's kind of let the cat out of the bag here.
Did he indeed?
It's custom for officials, Peter Walton, I should say, it's custom for officials to receive a gift from each side after a European match, such as a replica shirt or pennant. You ever heard of that?
No, I've never heard of that. So it's news.
I mean,
to
I
me.
thought we were talking about a plaque or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we used to give like plaques or things when you go on tournaments and things like that, but I've never heard of officials getting memorabilia.
Have you ever given your match-worn shirt to a match official?
Not that I can remember.
How many European games did you play in?
Not that many, but I did play in any. How many did you play in?
We're not talking about me.
I played in a few.
We're not talking about me. I wasn't giving an opinion on it.
I played in a few, but I'm not sure how many.
That's mean-spirited, wasn't it?
Ignore him,
but he
Trevor.
could have
He's an idiot.
He could have played for many games if he'd have taken that move to Barcelona. Right? But it's customary. So if it's customary, according to Peter Walton, then it's customary, isn't it?
Well, Walton's saying he wouldn't be surprised to see Roberto Rossetti, UEFA's refereeing officer, launch an investigation into the matter.
That's not the same as an autograph. If the club's officials are handing a memo from the game, whether it's a plaque or whether it's a replica shirt or whatever, that's not the same as some referee gurning up to a player going, "Can I have your autograph,
I
please?"
think on top of that, there's
What?
probably UEFA
Gurning
rules and
up.
regulations in place that he's probably not meant to do that.
Yeah,
so
But again, it's European football, Trev,
it
so
might
stick to your
land-
area of
it
expertise.
might land him in a little bit of hot water.
Fair play to Haaland. He's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
of course,
here
yeah.
I
Yeah,
go.
but most
You just
players are like
mid,
that.
Simon Jordan. No one's ever asked you for that
Not-
fan years ago that stabbed you. Did he ask you for an
When I
autograph
scored the
before
second
it?
ever goal at Wembley Stadium, I was asked for autographs
Oh,
forever and
dear
a day.
me.